Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, the Witty Social Worker Podcast. I am Bernadette, a geriatric social worker by day, but here I call myself the Witty Sitting Pretty Social Worker. Why did I give myself that name? Because I wanted to, and because I copied someone else. I saw Nurse John, that's his name, on TikTok. And I saw that how he started off his podcast, and I decided to do the same too. So let me just tell you that I may babble a little bit tonight. There will be no editing, so there will probably be a lot of ums and ahs. I just want to keep it real and raw. It's after 9 o'clock, and so I'm just going to say it like it is. For my subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate you and the support that you have shown me thus far. And for my new viewers, thank you for tuning in. And if you don't know, my channel is about you. It's about you sharing your stories with me to motivate people, to uplift them, to give them encouragement, and to assure them through your message that even though they may be down and out and down in that dark basement, that they are able to come up and see the light again. And the only way people will know that it's possible is if they hear stories from you. So that's what my platform is all about. And also professionals. Professionals give educating and informing us on their expertise and what they do in the community to help people. Because that's what it's all about, people helping people. And if we didn't have the professionals that we have, then there would be a lot of sick people out here. And unfortunately, the way that this world is going now, there are people that are sick and that are hurt. They're hurting. And the professionals like myself, social workers, my colleagues, and other human services workers, we are working very, very hard to make sure that you are okay. And let me just apologize to the people who have been hurt by human services professionals on behalf of myself and the good people in this field. We are so sorry that you have encountered people who did not understand you, who did not listen to you, who were not willing to see you as a whole person. We are deeply sorry for that. But just know there are good, empathetic, caring, understanding human services professionals, and I am one of them. So know that. Continue to seek help until you can find that person that will listen to you and see you as a whole person. Okay? All right. So I'm going to get a little sentimental because yesterday was a very special day and I am so blessed. I feel I feel I feel good for the most part. I am happy, but and yesterday was very interesting for me. So I celebrated my birthday yesterday and I am at the big old age of 59. I'm just going to say only women over 50 can understand this because it's funny. You know, I was getting ready to go to do this video and I had a girlfriend to call me and we were talking and she said something that I was feeling and that I had experienced last night. And I just thought it was so interesting. And I said, well, I'm not, because I thought I was crazy. And so I was like, well, maybe I'm not the only woman that feels like this when she senses her mortality. She senses that, she's getting older and, you just feel some type of way. You really do. And for those of you who may not understand what I'm saying, you will, trust me. So let me just backtrack a little bit. a couple months out, I knew my birthday was coming. I was so excited. No, I wasn't. I was so depressed. I was feeling, I don't know how I was feeling because my emotions were all over the place. I was turning 59. My life isn't exactly where I want it to be, but I have a good life. But as we all do, we make some choices that doesn't always benefit us or is not good for us, or um, the decisions don't align with what we should do to make our life a better life. And so I was just doing all this reflecting and just really feeling bad and down on myself, right? So I guess that lasted for like, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks, right? So I came out of the basement, came out of the darkness, and I saw the light. And I was like, yes. I looked in the mirror and I was like, girl, what are you talking about? You look good. You've come a long way. You're doing really well for yourself. Your children are okay. Your granddaughter is doing amazing. You are happy. You are at peace. Your health is good. Your mental is good. Your emotional is good. And you're good in a financial and spiritual place. So, what the heck is wrong with you? So, that was self talk. Those are my affirmations after I came from that dump, that dark space. And so I was feeling really good, feeling good. I was waiting for my birthday, and I didn't want to do anything. I really didn't. I just wanted to do whatever I wanted to do on my own terms. Let me tell y'all, up until June 2nd, that's how I felt. When June 3rd hit, my actual birthday, I took my birthday off from work. When I tell you guys, I was in the bed all day. I don't know where that came from. I do not know where that came from. And I started praying. I was like, Lord, what is wrong with me? I said, am I depressed? What is going on with me? So I got up. I went to the bathroom. I washed my face, brushed my teeth, and I got back in the bed and I went back to sleep. And I didn't wake up again until 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I got up, I took a shower, I fixed me, I fixed lunch, stayed up, watched little YouTube, informational, educational YouTube, sat in my favorite end of the corner of my couch, sat there. Then I laid down on the couch, went back to sleep, and I didn't wake up until 8:30 p.m. 8:30. Now you might ask me, what was going on, Bernadette? Are you okay? I thought I was okay. I really did. And my girlfriend that that I was on the phone with, I left out that conversation, didn't I? But anyway, she could relate to what I was feeling because she was telling me when her birthday came, she felt the exact same way. And we were like, what the heck is going on? It is so interesting when you know that you are getting older and you can kind of see your life in front of you, right? And I work with the geriatric population and I see them at the end stage of their lives. And for the most part, they have lived good lives. So they tell me they have lived good lives. And right now, they're living their best life, at least the ones that aren't sickly. But the other ones, they are living their best life. And I think I'm going to ask a couple of them that I'm really close to, how did they feel as they were aging? And I think, they're going to say they felt pretty good. They're going to say, I was married to the love of my life. I had my children. I was raising my children. Some had careers. Some were housewives, traveling, meeting different aristocrats around the world and just doing what they wanted to do in life. And I, on the other hand, haven't done as much as I would like to have. And that is because of the choices that I've made along the way. I have another friend, he's a male friend, and he planned, I mean, this man retired at the age of 57 or maybe even a little younger. And this is out of the military, and he's currently working now just to keep himself busy so he won't be bored. But he travels a lot. And when I say travel, not so much in the United States, but globally. When I talk to him often, he's always going somewhere. And I love that. I love that for him. And I tell him, you made some good choices in your life to be put in a position that you are in now. Do you know how many people would, admire that or maybe jealous of that? And I tell him, I say, I live vicariously through you. Just when you go on those trips, make sure you bring me something back. But yeah, that was just so interesting for me. And then to talk to my girlfriend, and she brings that up because that's the same thing that I was going through. And I don't know if the ladies here that have that I'm talking to, if you have felt like that, once you hit a certain age, especially in your 50s, what are your feelings? Don't Do you have mixed emotions? What are you feeling? What is the physical changes that we go through, the hormone, those hormones, they are out of control, the menopause, we deal with all of that. And I think all of that came down on me at once out of nowhere because I was fine June 2nd. I swear to you, I was good. I was, you know, making plans to do this and, going to do this for myself, do that. I did absolutely. And here it is, June 4th. And I feel like I felt on June 2nd. It's baffling. It really is. But I want you to tell me, specifically women over 50, when you turn as you age, how are you feeling? I know I'm not the only one, that's feeling like this. How are you feeling? And I know it has a lot to do with our hormones. Our hormones levels go up and down, and we experience different situations in our life. It seems like according to our hormones and how we're feeling, and sometimes we can be up, sometimes we can be down, and sometimes we can just be crazy, because I talk to my sister and, I tell her this, and this is going on. And she said, girl, that ain't nothing but your hormones. And I'm like, well, really? I don't even contribute my behavior to my hormones a lot of times. I don't because I forget about it. I do have hot flashes. Not hot flashes, but night sweats. I don't have hot flashes. I have night sweats. And they are really bad at night. But, I can't disagree with her because she's probably right. And it's just tough. It's just tough being a woman. It really is. All this crap we got to go through. And then we have to reassure ourselves that, we still look good. We still got it going on. We do. We just do. I do. I feel like I do. And I can't do negative self-talk because that's not who I am. Even that time when I was in that depression state, a few months ago, and even on June 3rd, it was temporary because I'm out now. But it was just something that I had to deal with right then and there, unbeknownst to me. Maybe that was God's way of, I don't know, showing me that, or just allowing me to reflect, I should say, because I did do a lot of reflecting yesterday. And it was good for me. It really was. It was good for me. And at the end of the day, I'm really proud of who I am and what I've done. I can't take it back. I can't go back. I can only go forward. And that's what I'm going to do, right? I consider myself right now living a very soft life. Now, I got that from YouTube, of course, from the young ladies. And my soft life is working is not working hard. Is working smarter, not harder, being kind as opposed to being mean and rude and disrespectful. Just be nice, even to people who aren't nice to you. There are some times where I feel like I need to be rude, but I don't always act on it. It takes a lot for me to act on being rude because I've practiced being kind and nice to people. But let me tell you about this one incident that I had at a grocery store, I think like last week or 2 weeks ago. So I was in line waiting patiently, like I always do, because people be wilding out in the grocery store. But this clown gonna come and walk in front of me, get in front of me in the line. And that made me feel like I was invisible. Like he knew it was a man. He knew he could do that. And maybe I wouldn't say anything or whatever his take was. But I didn't say anything. But let me tell you what I did. He knew I was behind him. And this might be a little childish, but it made me feel good. And he turned around and I stared him right in his eyes to let him know, yeah, you were wrong. I never said anything, but it was my actions. So I had 5 items, right? And when I tell you I slammed those items on the counter so hard, he had to turn around. Like, what is wrong with you? That's the kind of look he gave me. And I was like, I wanted to say, you were wrong, sir, but I ain't say nothing because he got the message from my actions. And that made me feel vindicated because he got the message. Basically, he got the message, right? And the guy, the cashier, he didn't say anything. I think he understood. I don't know if he saw, but he didn't say anything. He just said, "Hi, how you doing?" And I said, "Hi, how you doing?" He didn't do anything to me. I wasn't mad with him. I was mad with that joker that just walked out the door. So yeah, so at this point in my life, it takes a lot to get me there. And I know that it does because anytime my heart starts beating really fast, like it's gonna jump out of my skin, yeah, I'm mad. I'm mad. But it didn't come out verbally, but my actions showed that I felt disrespected. And he just, how you gonna walk in front of me in line and don't say excuse me, just acknowledge at least. And I would have said sure, because I do that all the time. But it's the principle. Don't you agree? It's the principle. Don't take me for granted. Don't think you know, not gonna do or say anything. Okay. So that's my little rant on that. But yeah, I just yeah, I was just feeling some type of way about my birthday, but I'm over it and I'm feeling good. No worries. I'm feeling good. I am like 100% back to myself. But I just thought that day, my birthday yesterday, June 3rd, was a very interesting day. Now, trust and believe, I'm going to make up for that day this weekend. I actually had fun last weekend with my daughter and my brother. We went to go-go event in Tyson's Corner, and let me tell you, I danced and I danced and I danced, and it was really nice. And then on Saturday, I went to the National Harbor, so I did hang out a little bit, but I plan on making up for my birthday this weekend. Yep, just because I want to. It's gonna make me feel better. But just know, ladies, uh, and maybe maybe it's different when you turn 60. I don't know. I'm not there yet because I just turned 59. But yeah, my my mature ladies, I applaud you because let me tell you, we we out here winning. We are winning. And when I say winning, I mean we are glowing. We are taking care of ourselves. And I don't know about you, but I'm not dating right now. I'm open to dating, but I'm not dating. So my household is so peaceful. It is everything that I could ask for right now. And I'm loving it. I really am. I'm loving it. Now, that's not to say I don't want a companion. I do, but I'm just not dating right now because that's another video. Okay. We'll talk about that another time because I, whoo, child. And I know you women can relate to me. I know you can. And we going to talk on it. We going to speak on it. Right. But right now, my piece is so important to me. It rejuvenates me to be a better version of myself. It allows me to sit with my thoughts and recognize who I am at this big old age and continuing to set boundaries and not be afraid of my boundaries and who they offend because it is protecting me, not you. Um, and it just makes me smile every day. That's why I can go to work every day happy in a good place because I have peace at home. And it's been a long time since I've been in a good place like this. And I am absolutely loving it. I am loving it. When I tell you I'm loving it, it is it's a different kind of, I want to say joy, but joy sticks with you. Joy stays with you. And joy and nothing or no one can take that away. And I don't think I'm quite there yet, but I will say 97 of me is good. I'm really good. I'm really good. I'm really good. And it's so funny because when I go to work on Mondays and my coworkers ask me, "Well, Bernadette, how was your weekend?" I can honestly say I had a good weekend. Well, what did you do? Nothing. I did absolutely nothing because that's what I wanted to do. If I want to do something, I will. But what I do is I just relax, and take care of me. Make sure my home smells good, make sure it's clean. I even cook more because I'm finding as I get older, my stomach is very sensitive to the food that I eat out because uh, psychologically, when I think about who's making my food and what they're doing in that kitchen, I get nauseous, I get sick. And so I've learned how to cook different things that I didn't know how to cook. And now I'm pretty good at it. Like tofu. Now I know y'all might be good at cooking tofu and have been cooking it forever. But I just learned how to cook it. And I do a pretty darn a good job. And my daughter, I was telling my daughter, I was telling her one time, I was like, Maya, I don't think if I had a man in my life, I don't think he would like the food that I eat because I eat healthy and it's just random thing. It's just random. And she gave it a name. I think she said pretty girl meals or something like that. But it's just random light food. It could be like shrimp, sliced tomatoes, and that's it. Or it can be beans and rice and sliced tomatoes. Now I'm on this thing with sliced tomatoes, and I love sliced tomatoes with everything, with every meal. And I've been doing that a lot lately. And my meals are just very simple. They're filling, but they are very simple. And I can cook now. I'm from Kinston, North Carolina. I can cook. I can cook collard greens, cornbread, biscuit. Well, no, I can't do biscuits, but I can do cornbread, collard greens, macaroni and cheese, all that southern stuff, right? But I don't cook that anymore. I just don't. When I get the urge, I will, but for the most part, I don't. But yeah, And I don't know um, why come to that, because I think maybe 2 years ago I was still eating very heavy and I was eating out a lot. But now I don't do that. And I have saved a lot of money and it feels good. Yeah. If I feel better about my body and what I put in it. So that has helped me. Yeah. So, yeah. So I just wanted to share, you know, my episode with you yesterday regarding my birthday, and to let you know that I will be having more guests on my podcast. I'm working on. You know what? I think people are camera shy. I don't know what the deal is, or maybe it's me. Maybe I'm not being persistent enough in asking. But I figure if I ask you one or two times and you tell me yeah, what am I supposed to do next? Am I supposed to continue to ask? Okay, if that's what I have to do, then that's what I will do. No, no problem. But stay tuned for more guests on my podcast and more videos from me. And you know what, guys? I had this epiphany also before I close out. I had this epiphany that I have become a night owl, right? And I was trying to post, do content after I got in from work. I'm not so physically tired, but I am mentally tired, and I still look halfway decent. So I was trying to do videos as soon as I got in from work, but that didn't quite work out for me. So I said I was going to start doing videos at night, like after 9 or 10, and I want to give it a segment where I have open conversations about, life, just anything like I did tonight. And so I'm working on that too. I'm just all over the place. I know it's all right, but just hang in there with me, please. Just hang in there with me. All right. Okay. Well, that's all I have tonight. I hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it. I'm getting more comfortable talking in front of the camera. So just hang in there with me, guys. Thank you for your support. And I will